Hey everybody, it's Maggie from Personal Euphoria with today's plank story. It's a long one, so you might not want to do plank the whole time or do a straight plank, then take a break and a side plank. And if you don't want to do plank, then what I would say is you're going to just squeeze your butt muscles and release. You'll squeeze both butt cheeks on and off. You'll squeeze and hold them for a little while. Then you can get really creative and try one butt cheek, then the other butt cheek, then one butt cheek, then the other, then back to both. So that is the option for you while you listen to this hopefully entertaining story. So this is the continued eye saga. If you've listened, I've had multiple planks already on this. So ultimately, for a little catch up, they found a benign tumor in my eye. It is a bundle of blood vessels that's leaking fluid. And the tumor itself is not an issue, but the leaking fluid is detaching my retina. So they had to do this series of procedures to try to stop that. And you can also listen to a plank story on the first procedure, which involved getting a needle and an injection in my eye and how that went. But that was 2 weeks ago. And then on Wednesday, I had to have the second procedure. And now I'm fascinated by how much I've learned about the eye, but also the medical science we have. So basically, for this procedure, they were injecting me with a dye that makes you light sensitive, and it goes through your bloodstream, and when it gets into the blood vessels in the eye that are the issue, they laser it, and because it's light sensitive, it basically burns or cauterizes, if I understand it properly, those blood vessels and stops the leak. So my brother took me to this appointment on Wednesday, and we go and they inject me with this green dye that is like Hulk green. This stuff is clearly not meant to go into the human body. I don't know what it is, but whatever, you got to do it. Solve the problem at hand, right? So they're injecting it to me and they say, most prop people don't have a problem with the dye. The biggest issue is some people have like severe back pain during injection, but otherwise usually no issues. So I have nothing, except after they've put in the dye, they do this like saline flush, and that felt notably like cooler and different. So when that flush goes in, I go, ooh, that's different. And my brother laughs at me. And then they come in to do the actual procedure where they have to numb my eye, and they basically put what looked like a monocle against my eyeball, and they laser me through the monocle. And I'm a baby when it comes to eye stuff. I'm not used to it. I don't have eye issues. And I was trying to hold my eye open, but I couldn't. And I pull my head back. So they have to like brace my head into the machine. And the doctor's trying to open my eye and he's like, "You're a squeezer." So my brother is just like laughing between, ooh, and "you're a squeezer." He thinks this is the funniest thing ever. And he was good because he kind of kept the mood lighthearted when I was a little stressed about it. So they get the monocle in, they do the procedure, and it appears to have gone well, except like if you've ever looked at a light bulb and then you look away and you can see the light bulb still on the wall. So they do 2 lasers that are like circular. So it's like after that I had what looked like a Venn diagram. Like I could still see those 2 lasers over most of my field of vision. And they say you might see that for a little while. Well, it was still there Thursday, and they say, call back Friday if it's there. Well, when I wake up Friday, my eye's swollen, the white is red, not bloodshot, it's just red. And my vision was notably worse. Black spots and looking like I was underwater, making it very challenging to see. So I go in, and the office there is great because honestly, I feel like, I'm like, oh, is this really a problem? Should I be coming in? I always question that with doctors. I'm always like, should I do this? Is it fine? And they look in my eye and they're like, it's a good thing you came in. This is a huge change. And my vision also went from on Wednesday, my vision in this eye was 20/20, and now on Friday, it's 2100. So there'd been a big decline in vision. Although that I don't fully understand because, of course, I'm looking through water and mesh and black circles. So anyway, ultimately, this procedure apparently can sometimes make things worse before they get better. So that's what happened. It caused extra leakage in my eye and more drastically started detaching my retina. The doctor said I had an exuberant response to the medication. So I'm basically on a steroid. It's helping. There is improvement, and he does still think will be a full recovery. But it's interesting to me because my grandma was born blind in her right eye. And I don't know why, but I do sort of wonder, like, did she have this and I don't know, in birth or utero it leaked and she went blind? Or is it totally unrelated? But either way, I saw her this weekend and we took pictures like this because I can't read or see anything, the computer, anything, unless I cover this eye because the shadows make it worse. And my grandma has always talked about that. She's blind in her eye, but she sees shadows. So to read, she has to cover it. And I've always thought, that sucks. You're blind, and the blind eye makes it even, like, not only can you not see, it's harder to see. Now I get it. Not pleasant. So this dye also, the light sensitivity, it lasts 3 to 5 days. And they had told me that before I had the procedure. Your only restriction is you can't go out in the sun. But I didn't grasp that. So when I'm there, I say to them, luckily, I said, so when I go for a run or a walk, sunscreen, a hat, and they cut me off. No, you're not going outside for the next 3 to 5 days. Like, you don't understand. People who don't listen to us 10 minutes into their run or their walk, they feel their skin burning, and then it's too late. They were like, we have people come back in and their hands look like cowboy leathered hands. They were like, you have permission to go from your house directly to the car, no dilly-dallying, and from the car directly to wherever you have to go with a big hat, these glasses they give you, fully covered, gloves on. They gave me a wristband that I just cut off because the sun is down and it's 5 days that said, like, if I had a medical emergency, they had to get me out of the sun. It's crazy that we even have this product we can put in people. But either way, I hope it works. On the 3 to 5 day front, the guy who did the injection basically said the doctor tells people 3 days, but all their literature says 5. I've got to tell you 5. And he said, honestly, I look at your skin. I'd stay out of the sun for 5 days. So I have enough skin problems. I stayed out of the sun for 5 days. I was the only person who was happy we had a rainy Sunday. So anyway, continued on the mend. It's interesting, right? There's a level of trust because you can get in your head. You can go, oh, this is my eye, and I do hope this comes back. So we'll see. The doctor said at this point it should take 2 weeks given what's been going on. So fingers crossed. I'll send some positive, healthy thoughts to that eye, and we'll go from there. But anyway, it's always interesting. Have a great night, and as always, keep moving. Thanks for watching.